What's up, people? Perry here with episode number 19 of Surviving Creatively. And in this episode, what we're going to be doing today is getting a little support structure going on here. I know in the last episode, what we ended up doing was filling in this honeycomb thing right here. And one of the problems that I ran into, which I just noticed actually, was that I didn't quite make it to the wall. I don't know what happened there. Usually I'm pretty good about judging distances and figuring out just exactly where I need things to be. But what will end up happening is that I'll develop some sort of ring-like support structure to kind of tie in with this whole honeycomb thing. And that'll make like a ring around here. So, you know, hopefully that'll cover that up. So, you know, no worries there. But one thing that I wanted to address in the comments, in the past two episodes, one of our more active commenters has said that this support structure right here needs a little bit more, I guess, support, you could say. Caleb, you know, I'm looking out for you, buddy. I'm going to take care of that right now for you. So with the magic of YouTube, check it out. Watch this. Well, now you see it. And now you see even more of it. What do you think, Caleb? Is it everything you hoped it would be? Yeah. It's just a little joke, Caleb. Just relax. I love messing with you guys, especially with the comments. I love just hearing from you guys, and you know, every so often I'm gonna get in a little bit of a joke here and there, but we gotta fix this. This we cannot have. So let's try this again. All right, there we go. That's much better. Now the thing that you have to remember is that, well, let's take a look back here at the pillar. And I think it's about the right size. Some may say it might look a little bit too thin, but for me, it kind of works out with what I want to have going on here. One thing that you do have to remember is that because this is going to be sort of like a centralized location, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on here. So, you know, I don't want to make this central pillar too big, but at the same time, I still want to convey that it's plausible that that thing right there will be able to be held up by this pillar right here. So, you know, it's a little give and take here and there. I think that when it's all said and done, this area will be pretty much cluttered with a lot of stuff and, you know, all that other junk that's going to go in here. Well, you know, redstone contraptions. I don't know what else I'm going to be putting in here, but yeah, this is going to be a very tight fit. So hopefully this works out for you, Caleb, right? I'm just joking, Caleb. You know I love you there. I know. He's a very Caleb's a very active commenter in the comments, and I'm always looking for his comments. So keep them coming. All right. So here we are back in our planning world, and what we want to do next is to get a design going for our pillar. And as you can see right here, this is just the basic pillar going from the floor to the ceiling, and it kind of meets up with the joints of our honeycomb structure. So the idea is that we'll be able to take this pillar and then, you know, put it wherever we need it. It's something that we can replicate throughout the entire area. So I thought of coming up with somewhat of a basic design, so something like this. We have the feet, that's the feet, that's the top. Sorry. This is the feet down here, and up at the top, I think in architecture it's called the crown, so the little topper piece that goes along with it. And you know, it's okay. It's, you know, it's very basic. I do want to go with somewhat of a basic idea for this, but what I'm thinking about is maybe there's an opportunity here to add a little bit of flair to it. So what I want to do is to kind of well, I'll just show you as we go along here, but what I want to do is to kind of flare it out a little bit, right? So instead of just having it all meet up at the top there, kind of we'll get something a little bit extra going on, I think. And when we're all done with this, I'll show you what I mean, but I'm going to leave it as a little bit of a surprise. All right. So while I go ahead and do this, I'm just going to talk a little bit about my experience here in YouTube. And maybe it's something that you guys are interested in doing. I do hear a lot in the comments that you guys are interested in doing YouTube and stuff like that. And it's really great to hear, great to see. I've always said that the reason why I'm doing YouTube is for the fact that, it's not just to, show off my creations or get famous or anything like that. It's really just to help you guys with being creative, and anything that I can do to offer help or try to, give you guys inspiration. That's what this whole series and this channel really is all about. But going along with that, I do read the comments and I do hear about all the different things that you guys have to say. And one of the things that I did mention was that, I'm not opposed to people, telling me different criticisms and things that they don't like about, myself or the way I talk or act or whatever, goes through your head whenever you're watching this. But one of the comments that I got in one of the previous episodes, I forgot which one it was, but what they had said was they basically wrote out like pretty much an essay on the different things that I could use work on, and one of them was well it was pretty much the gist of it, but basically what they were getting at was that my speaking, I tend to ramble on too long, which I still do, and I tend to, what was the other thing? I tend to be a little bit too nervous when I talk. And, I kind of took that comment and I said to myself, you know what? I want to work on that. I want to be better at speaking. I want to be better at, doing this whole YouTube thing, because, I'm not really doing a service to anybody if all I do is, just ramble and, not speak very well, which is what I'm doing right now. But but I've worked on it. When I hit the record button, sometimes if I don't like what I'm hearing, I'll start over. It's something that I'm very conscious at doing. But just recently, in one of the comment sections, in one of my episodes, I don't remember which one, and I wish I remembered which one it was. Somebody actually said, they said to me, you know what, Perry, you sound more confident and it's really cool to see. And you know what? That was really cool. That was really cool to hear from somebody like that, a viewer that, has watched me, from the beginning. And, basically they told me that I've been improving. And it's a lesson in, trying to take criticism and turning it into a positive. I know some of you out there, you may be concerned that sometimes, people will make fun of you or, share criticisms. Even sometimes they're not really the best articulated criticisms, just saying like you suck and stuff like that. Oftentimes, I've been pretty lucky in that the people that have commented here are generally pretty nice, and I've been very fortunate in that. And I thank you guys so much for all the lovely comments. And when there are criticisms, they're always very constructive, and I've listened to all of them. And, that's something that I hope to continue as we go along here. But really what the lesson is, and what I really want to convey to you guys, is that, don't get too down whenever it comes to criticisms. I've always been of the mindset that you need to take a negative and turn it into a positive. And I hope that this series will help you out, not just with your creativity, but with your confidence. And follow along with me. I hope that in the future I can look back on this and say, well, what a dummy this guy was. This guy doesn't talk nearly as well as I do now. But it's something that I hope to look back on. And with this series, the way it's going, I hope to keep on doing this forever, or as long as my wife lets me. Really, let's be honest here. It's really up to my wife. But I really think that don't worry about taking negative criticisms. Just focus on the positives, and one day you'll be able to get there. I will tell you this right now, I'm not quite there yet for myself. There's still a long way for me to go, as you can probably tell with the way I'm talking right now, but I am improving. I feel that I am improving, but it's just food for thought. But what I'm trying to work on here, and this is, I've kind of made some circles on the fly, and I think it's kind of worked out. I may have to take a look at it in another one of them circle making programs I can find online, but I think I kind of have the structure that I want. I'm only making it in a quarter, in a quarter size here, just so that in MC Edit I can expand on it. So I just want to get the basic look down. But the idea here is that from the pillar, this is just this is going to be the top crown part, and I really just want to focus on that. With the crown part, it's something that'll fan out. So this is kind of the idea that I want to go for. And the next thing that I want to do is to add in these half slabs and get some sort of a textured look to it. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go into MC Edit. I'm going to expand on this so that I can better show you exactly what I want to do. All right, much better, much better. So the thing that I'm trying to add in some detail with this, because I don't want it to just look, just like this. We want to add a little bit of definition to it. So what I think we'll do is we'll use up these half slabs here, and I think I want something to come to a point here. So I want a little bit of a triangle. So I think if we start from here and just follow along with me, kind of like that. I'm not too sure how this is going to turn out, and if it turns out like crap, then we won't do it. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So that's, oh man, you can't really tell. No, can't see. Maybe a different color block will do it. Sandstone, maybe sandstone. We'll pick up a bunch of different ones just to take a look at it. I don't want it to be too much of a contrast between the quartz, birch, maybe. Red sandstone. I've never actually used that before, so maybe first time for everything, right? That's about right. Okay, let's just go with those three for now. Yeah, I'm just a little bit concerned that it's kind of it kind of blends in too well with it, and I really want this to show up. So we're just gonna get rid of these ones, and I don't think the triangles or this little point thing that I'm trying to make is quite working out. So let's try it with the sandstone. Let's try like that. It's a little bit difficult. I may have to do some adjusting, maybe replace some blocks here and there. But okay. Oh, it's not now? No. Here we go. All right, now that's much better. I can see it much more clearly, so I think that's what we're gonna go for. And I like the sandstone. Maybe the birchwood. We'll try it on this angle here. And so here's what I've come up with. As you can see here, I have, well, this one you've already seen, but the only thing that I added in, which is a little bit different, was I filled in the sandstone here just to fill in the gaps, because it wasn't looking that great to me. I added in this glowstone here just for your viewing pleasure because it was a little bit dark. So these won't be part of the final product. Also, we did it in, what's this? Birchwood. And ignore the little end bits here because they kind of interfere with each other. But you know, the birchwood looks good, and I think it might be best if we just look at it from afar. I mean, that's okay. And then we got the red sandstone, which is a little bit too much of a contrast for my liking. And the reason why I don't want it to contrast too much is that, you know, these are going to be placed all over our Oasis area. And it might take away a little bit too much from the main focal point, which is that gold farm in the middle. And so anything too contrasty tends to draw the eye away from the central figure, and that's what I want to try and stay away from. But I really do like the red sandstone. You know, you never know until you actually put it into the world whether or not you like it. But I think what we'll do is we'll go with the red sandstone for now, and I think if we need to change it at some point, we can do that. It should be an easy enough fix. But yeah, I'll go with the sandstone. I'll do up the rest of these, and then I'll continue on with the little pattern we're trying to work out here. All right, so all done. You can see our original shape, the first triangle shape that we have here, and then I added on this extra little bit just to kind of fill in this empty space, because I didn't want to leave it without something in it, just to kind of even everything out, and I think it worked out quite well. The next thing that I want to do is to work on this bottom layer here, and that's something I'll do off camera, but the next time you see this will be in our main world. So I'm going to go off and do that, and I'll see you there in just a bit. Alright, and here's what I came up with for the feet of the pillar. Nothing too spectacular. I didn't want to make it as large as the ones at the top here, just because I want to save room for the bottom area. I know that I'll be putting some contraptions and stuff like that in here, so I don't want to take up too much space on the bottom. But as for the top, they kind of work. I think I'll have to try and incorporate this red sandstone into the pillar a little bit more, because I feel that it kind of, it kind of cuts off here, and it doesn't feel like it's one. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with it just yet, but the really cool thing that I'm going for is when it turns to night. So let's take a look at that. Do set time, or is it time set? Time set. I'll go 1800. There we go. And so from here, it looks kind of okay. It looks, it wasn't exactly what I was going for, because I think these are a little bit too far apart in order to go for the effect that I'm looking for. I think it might be better with more of them and a closer proximity to each other. But the really cool thing is looking from up here, and I think that it'll work out quite well once we get everything in place. So check that out. Yeah, I really like how that's coming along. There'll be some tinkering here and there, but that's what we'll have to save for the next episode. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of this video. Don't forget to hit the like button if you so choose. It really helps me out a lot. And don't forget to leave your comments down below as to what you think of anything that goes on in this episode, of course. And so that's it for me. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It always it keeps you up to date on all the things that are going on in my channel. So that's it for me. Always remember, keep your head up, and I'll see you in the next one.